Hello, my name is Amanda Makulec, and I'm the Executive Director of the Data Visualization Society. Thank you so much for joining us for Outlier over the course of the past 2 days. I hope you're leaving inspired and having made new connections to people who you'll continue to stay in touch with and learn from beyond the 2-day duration of our conference. If you don't know DVS, the Data Visualization Society is the organization hosting Outlier, and we aim to collect and establish best practices, fostering a community that supports our members as they grow and develop data visualization skills. We also recognize that as data grows more central to our personal and professional lives, the practice of data visualization becomes ever more important. We recognize, particularly over the course of the past couple of years and last year in the pandemic, the ways in which charts and graphs and visualizations have made the front covers of newspapers and magazines and on the home pages of various different news outlets. Data visualizations have helped us navigate complex topics and information, extending beyond static charts and graphs or even interactives over into using visualization as a way to explain complex topics, timelines, and using different innovations like sonification and other tools to help make data visualization more widely accessible. As we look forward to the coming year and reflect on the past year, I'd like to share a few highlights from 2021 and focus on looking forward to 2022. Last year, we asked you to tell us DVS is the society that stands for ... Fill in the blank. This was part of our launch of our paid membership platform, which allows people to become paid members or dues paying members of DVS, similar to other professional associations. We will always maintain a pre-membership tier as a priority for us being an inclusive organization, but this allows us to bring in additional revenue to support the overall sustainability and scalability of DVS. So what did people say when we asked them DVS is the society that stands for? We heard from a number of different data visualization practitioners who said things like lifting up fellow data viz practitioners, connection, collaboration, curiosity, community, breaking boundaries between disciplines, hierarchy and borders, learning, inclusive upskilling and supportive dialogue, and fresh thinking about the power of visualization. I love all of these responses and the ways in which they center on community, connection, and a shared value of learning and continuing to grow as professionals, no matter what point we are in our career journeys. As we think about what that looks like moving forward, I want to focus on a couple of the key things we took care of and tackled in 2021 and celebrate some of our big achievements, but spend the balance of this time focusing on where we're going in 2022. As we looked at 2021, we did a lot. We launched paid membership. We migrated Nightingale off of Medium to our own self-owned platform. No more paywall, and allowing us to do more creative and interesting things in our digital space. We started the planning for Nightingale Print with the first edition coming out this spring. We launched a jobs board, modernized the state of the industry survey in different ways, built our Slack community, hosted our first Outlier conference, and have come full circle because you're sitting with us here at Outlier 2022. As we think about those big achievements, we want to focus on the ways in which these different tasks helped us understand our members, engage our members, and build towards just scalability and sustainability as an organization, part of the goal of launching the paid membership platform. We also want to remind you that even as free members of DVS, you're welcome to log in and use our membership portal, which I'll talk a little bit more about as we walk through the slides today. So big achievements of 2021. Outlier, obviously, a huge achievement and something that we're really proud to have achieved and accomplished. We had over 1,000 people attend from 60 different countries, had a really high rating from the overall surveys that came back about the quality of the event, had more than 10,000 views of the different videos on YouTube, and has had more than 1 million people engage with us or see our content in different ways on Twitter. And I'm so proud of the ways in which our events team, especially this year's conference director, Evelina, as well as our events manager and founder, Molly, have done an excellent job at creating an immersive experience that helps people engage and connect in the digital world and engage and connect from corners around the globe. We also recognize the work that goes in from our various different events committee members who make Outlier possible. And a huge round of applause to all of them who have supported Outlier 2021 and 2022. We also updated the State of the Industry survey that DVS has run now for 3 years, which originated 5 years ago when Elijah Meeks did the first trial of it just as an individual personal project. And this year's survey included 58 questions responded to by 2,100 different respondents. As we went ahead and released some of the data as part of our annual survey, we also built out additional assets like 3 explainer videos, a data dictionary, and eventually launched our own State of the Industry report. And huge thanks to our volunteer committee of 5 different committee members who have made this State of the Industry survey possible. And we hope you'll spend some time reading the report, where you can explore things like where our respondents are coming from and see the growth from different countries over time, like India, that has had a much larger number of respondents in the last 3 years. Or look at information about the various different tools being used by data visualization practitioners. This is a rich and robust and interesting data set. And while we do release an aggregated and anonymized version of the information to the public, we also look at that data internally within DVS to help inform the direction of our programming and where our priorities are in order to address some of the pain points our data visualization community experiences. We also migrated Nightingale, as I mentioned, over to our own platform at nightingaledvs.com. And in 2021, across our Medium platform, where we used to be, and on our new platform, we had almost 457,000 views and published works from 109 different authors. Looking back over the longer term, as we're approaching 3 years old, and Nightingale launched not too long after DVS was founded in July of 2019, we've had 2.7 million views and featured the work of 921 authors, many of whom are first-time writers or first-time publishing about data visualization. And it is just delightful to see the various different voices that we're able to provide a platform for and learn from as part of our broader community. We also launched a new jobs board. This is an evolution of the jobs board created by Lynn Cherney, who has originated and maintained a Google group around data visualization jobs that started out for freelancers, but then broadened in scope. It was great to get to collaborate a bit with Lynn and get her feedback as we were working to launch the jobs board. And it's clear that some of what she's done has been very effective and beloved by folks, as one of our most common requests, which we do have in our backlog, is to add an email subscription option, because folks loved that email mailing list. If you're interested in either seeking candidates for a job and want to post a job, or want to browse different data visualization roles and opportunities available, it's a really helpful place to go to see the different kinds of titles and opportunities and requirements for data visualization jobs. Finally, we had a lot of engagement across different platforms. It's been great to see the ways in which we've had people engage on our various different social channels, such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and other spaces. And we hope if you're not following in those spaces, you will consider following us in the future. As we look towards 2022, I want to highlight some of the things that we're hoping to accomplish and achieve. Local DVS chapters, our mentorship program, even this conference is on that list. And as we think forward, we want to invest in building experiences, resources, and opportunities that support the growth of the data visualization profession and create delightful experiences for our members and strengthen our community. As we go ahead and we look forward as to what this will look like for us as an organization, that includes things like DVS affiliated groups, focusing on bringing people together either who are in geographically co-located areas, through existing organizations that want to affiliate with DVS for some additional support and amplification, or topical interest groups. For those of you who know me, you may know that my background and roots are in public health and doing data work in public health. So I'm excited for the opportunity to see things like our topic health channel grow into a more formal group where we can connect across practitioners who are doing data work in that space. We also are focused right now on member benefit activations, ways in which we can amplify and collaborate across our various different members, partners, and departments to deliver value to you with things like the launch of the much anticipated mentorship program. And we encourage you to fill out your membership profile. If you are a DVS member, or if you aren't a DVS member yet and want to sign up, you can go on our website, and by filling out a membership profile, you'll have the option to update your own email address, our most commonly requested feature, if you change jobs or need to migrate where you want our newsletter or other content to be sent. And you can go ahead and share additional information. So you get tailored updates about things like specific topics if topical interest groups launch, or to receive invitations to join different academic studies about data visualization and related topics, which may be of interest to you if you want to contribute as a study participant. As we look forward, we're also looking to how we broaden out how we think about different domains and areas. Often there are assumptions made that when we talk about something like education, we're thinking about those who are being educated, the learners and the students, and the educators. And really, as we think about the goals and who we are as a society and that idea of DVS, a society that stands for, so much about that is about community and learning. And when we think about education and learning being a cornerstone of our organization, we want to think about ourselves as a community of learners, people who are dedicated teachers and students, but also people across different areas, things like beginners, experts, practitioners, researchers, and others who can collaborate and learn from one another. As we go forward, we want to continue to grow and build on the foundation of the education programming that Erica Gunn kicked off in 2021 with career portraits and learning journeys, and find ways to continue to grow those resources so that we address the urgent and burning learning needs that we see amongst our community. Last, I want to go ahead and point to some work that our communications team has been doing, thinking about who we are as an organization. You can read more about this and see more about this in our annual general meeting recording, but we're thinking a lot about the ways in which we are established as an organization and how we grow. What does membership do for you as a member? And also, how would you describe the membership? How does it make you feel? And we want to make sure that we're thinking in meaningful ways, that what we're building as an organization and with organizational structure reflects the things that you want to see as members in terms of how you engage, learn, and create community. So looking from 2021 to 2022, there are certainly activities that we're continuing, things we'll keep doing every year. The State of the Industry Survey, going ahead and having our Great Nightingale platform for publishing new articles. But we will also have new things happening, these topical interest groups and chapters, opportunities for new partnerships that make me excited about where we're going and what we can achieve together. And so as we think forward towards 2022, I want to invite more input and feedback from you as our DVS members and as the broader data visualization community on how we can best achieve some of these big goals, these big kind of how might we questions. How might we create those delightful experiences for our members? How might we create a broader sense of community and excitement? How might we create a space that allows you to engage and meet new people and get excited about data visualization? How might we find ways to help you address some of your big common pain points, whether it's about time and just the time to learn new tools, or helping your boss understand the value that data visualization brings to a team and an organization, all of which roots back to our goals. Our goal as an organization to collect and establish best practices and foster a community that supports members as they grow and develop their data visualization skills. As I think forward to where we're going to go in the coming year, that should be led not just by the visions and ideas of our board members, but by our members in our community. We want to be investing our time and resources in the things that you find most beneficial as our membership base. So if you have any questions or feedback, I'd love to have a further conversation, continuing this How Might We dialogue with myself and some of our fellow board members in our live chat and Q&A. And would also welcome your one-to-one feedback if you have any ideas or suggestions, where you can find me on the DVS Slack or the Outlier Slack while it's still posted and up. Find me on the Slack environment, find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, find my email address over on the Data Visualization Society website. There is absolutely nothing I love more than connecting with our members one-on-one, hearing about your interests and wants, talking about your unique and novel career journeys into data visualization and what that looks like, and finding ways to step up as a society and organization and be that society that stands for community, collaboration, learning, and all of those other things that our wonderful contributors shared during our launch campaign for our paid membership drive. I welcome any of your questions now, and thank you again for being part of Outlier 2022.